most tenant-focused, most compassionate, most relentless board member at Westminster Housing Society, and I would argue one of the most relentless activists in West Broadway.
Mike is somebody who's really quite selfless in terms of his generosity with his time and energy and his skill set too. He's put himself out there for many years, trying to help other people, particularly people with barriers to helping themselves. And I think he's so deserving of an award like this, because so often people like Mike just do this out of the kindness of their heart. And while some of us try to find ways to say thank you, it's a moment like this that we can really do it.
She's a really special tenant and a special person. She is so deeply connected to this community and so driven to make positive change in this community. And when I say this community, I mean within the walls of the West End Commons and also outside of the walls of the West End Commons.
I believe her work during the pandemic is pretty outstanding. In March 2020, a lot of people started to work from home. She decided to be a frontline person. She started disinfecting public areas in our building. She also continued to work as a volunteer in our neighborhood resource center. And she continued to do her harm reduction and outreach work in our neighborhood.
Represents approximately 250,000 families living in housing co-ops all across Canada. They not only provide education and support for the members, but they also unite the cooperative community. Taylor has been with CHF Canada for probably the past 10 years. During that time, he has provided a wealth of information and support for the co-ops that are members of CHF Canada.
CHF has always been there, just a phone call away, to help with whatever the issue might be that the board of management is dealing with. An organization that is national and yet somehow is able to connect, because the issues in Ontario are very different than Prince Edward Island or Alberta. But their knowledge and their expertise just seems to cut through all of that.
Lawrence has been working in the nonprofit sector for a long time. It can sometimes be a very stressful environment that we work in, and Lawrence throughout the years have been able to build Keanu Housing to over 400 units and be very successful. Lawrence has also committed a lot of his time to different committees and advocacy of housing in the sector in Winnipeg, so I think he's very deserving of this award.
Lawrence leads by example with his dedication and devotion to our Indigenous communities. He's very knowledgeable and shares his experiences to provide opportunity for others to learn. He has relentless commitment when it comes to providing service and affordable housing to our Indigenous families, and still has that commitment throughout his employment here with Keanu for the past 35 plus years.